Is the girl from the Dragon Tattoo star, Rooney Mara, has reportedly replaced actress Mia Wasikowska in the upcoming film Carol. Mara will star opposite Cate Blanchett. And Carol will be based on the 1952 novella The Price of Salt, which tells the story of a lesbian romance in the 50s. The rather unprecedented homosexual love story for the time in which it was written follows the relationship between two very different women in the 1950s in New York, a 20-year-old girl working in a department store and a rich wife trapped in a bad marriage trying to break free. So, John, do you think that Mara is a good replacement for this movie?
Yeah, I do. I've been fascinated by this movie ever since I heard about it. I think we first talked about it on AMC Movie Talk, maybe back in episode, 100 or something like that. And here's why this fascinates me. I think if you were to put out this movie today, if you were to write this story, make it up, and put out the movie today, it's a little controversial. I mean, it shouldn't be because of the way we are in our society now, but I think today there would still be a little bit of controversy with it. This book was written in the 50s. Mm-hmm. In the 50s. I can't even imagine the type of bravery it took to write a story like this and publish a story like this in the 50s. I can't even imagine putting this out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Let alone the 50s. So there's a part of me that is really curious. Now, I have a rule that I don't like to, if there's a movie coming out based on a book, I won't read the book because I don't want what my imagination does with the book to color how I see the movie. Mm-hmm. But I got to tell you, I am completely fascinated to get on Amazon, and I'm probably going to do it in the next 48 hours. So I'm going to get on Amazon, download this story because I want to read it. I want to see how in that type of a political climate in the 1950s do you write a story like this? I'm fascinated by it. And look, getting back to the original question, Rooney Mara. Rooney is fantastic. I've only seen her in two things. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we got to give her... I mean, when I say she's fantastic, take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. But she was absolutely spectacular in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
I thought, and I am in the minority here, I understand. I'm just telling you what I personally thought. I thought she was better in the North American version of it than Noomi Rapace was in the Swedish version of it. And I loved Rapace in the Swedish version. So that's how good I thought she was in this. Another kind of thing that's interesting is Rooney Mara. One of my favorite shows, it's not on Netflix right now, is actually House of Cards, and that stars Rooney's big sister, Kate Mara. Yeah. Which is kind of cool. But yes, I think she's great, and I think having a Rooney Mara with a Cate Blanchett, I think that's dynamite. I think that's really going to be dynamite. I'm looking forward to it. You hear a story like this, what do you think? You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I actually agree with almost everything you just said right there because I really want to read this book too. It sounds fascinating. And not only is it a lesbian romance, but it's, someone that's in a marriage having an affair, and that in and of itself is kind of taboo in the 50s. And to see this, I think will be very, very interesting. And I love Cate Blanchett. She can do no wrong in my opinion. She is such a talented actress. And I think Rooney Mara is a better choice over Mia Wasikowska, who I also think is talented, but Rooney Mara has an intensity about her.
Yeah.
And she can do edge. And not that this one will be completely edgy, but the topic matter certainly is. So considering that, I think she's an amazing fit. I'm really excited to see the two of these actresses on screen together.
They're going to have great chemistry together. I really think so.